Hi there.
Hello everyone, welcome to another Flying Frog video. Today we are at Kavik River Camp. Kavik River Camp is a pay-where small airport in Alaska that can be bought on the marketplace. But Kavik River itself is actually quite famous for the documentary of Life Below Zero. Now I can't say that I've watched that series of documentary anyway, but apparently it was quite popular, still being shown on streaming services today. So I just thought we'd have a quick look around here while we have a look. I cannot remember what this cost me because I got it a long time ago. Ava Angel, she got it and was doing bush trips and things out of here with it. So I thought, oh well, you know, that's the type of thing I like doing, so I thought I would do it. So this is Kavik River Station. Now the owner here her name is Sue Aikens, and Kavik River Camp, not station, camp, is a B&B, a place to stay for your Arctic adventures, whether it's hunting, fishing, sightseeing, bird watching, trundling through the ice, the snow and the like. This is the place you come and stay, and apparently it's just near the Arctic Nature Reserve. So that's that. Quite a nice little place. What we will be doing today though is actually we will be flying from here to Deadhorse in the Britten Norman Islander 2, which I'll be doing a on the fly review as we go along. So this is kind of a little double review, or at least, you know, you're getting to look at what, nice sunrise there, at what you get at Kavik Station. I keep wanting to say station. It is Kavik River Camp. We call them stations here in Australia, but yeah, anyway. So yeah, we are in Alaska, by the way. I don't know if I did mention that or not. So yeah, it's nice. It's, like I said, I don't think this one was all that expensive. Off the top of my head, maybe $8-9 Australian dollars, something like that. But don't hold me to it because my memory's not that good. So anyway, we'll trundle on out, and as you can see over there, we've got the generator for the facility. Avgas and general aviation fuel is available from here as well, which is good. So yeah. So as we get a little bit closer now to the Britten Norman Islander, I love this plane. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but as a plane to fly, I love it. So what we'll do is we'll just get in here and have a little bit of a closer look at it. Now this is done by BlackBox Simulations, and as you can see, the graphic detail is not the best, particularly for our 4K screens. You know, we're getting a lot of pixelation and it's not the clearest at all. You know, it's just a little bit fuzzy. The detailing's good though. I like the prop spinner. Again, the line there, see, it's a little bit crooked. yeah, not 100%, but when it's spinning it looks fine to me. The Norman Islander comes with 22 different liveries of all different types of small airliners that use it throughout the world. It's if people want to see this particular aircraft, there are videos on St. Bart's or St. Martin's where they do filming of the aircraft landing on short runways. Now this is an excellent short takeoff and landing, or a bush plane if you want to use it for it. So yeah, but as you can see, you know, the graphical detailing is not necessarily there. It's a bit fuzzy, it's not clear, very pixelated. So yeah, but anyway, look, we're not here to pick on that one. From memory, this is around the $40 mark on the Australian on the marketplace. So yeah, again, I should have looked that one up, to be honest with you, before I actually started this video, but it's around about that. But then I've flown this a lot and I absolutely love it. So here we have the little bit of a cargo hold here, and then what we'll do is just stick our head inside and just have a look inside. The detailing inside's not bad. You know, they've done a reasonably good job. Not everything's all fuzzy, but they've really got, I believe, the character of this aircraft down pat. It's one of those, it's like, what would I call it? It's like driving in an old caravan, maybe a rickety caravan or something, that everything that rattles and bumps and clumps, that, you know, when you go over any type of little bump, almost like when things fall off shelves and stuff like that. But that's kind of what it reminds me of when you fly it. But as a flyer, it is a wonderful flying aircraft. So what we'll do is I'll stop yabbering and I'll jump in and we'll get going. Now the flight up to Deadhorse is approximately 20 minutes from here. I won't be doing the whole flight. I'll drop out and come back in when we go to land and stuff like that. But I'll do a cold dark start here. As you can see, we have our default pilot in there. So, yep, enough of me yabbering. I'll get in and we'll get going. Okay, here we are. And as you can see, there's a little bit of graphical with the reflections behavior going on. I don't think that's really too much of an issue. I've only really noticing it, particularly with the sun rising as it comes up over the horizon, and it's just seemed to be on the reflections here in the glass. So it's not too bad. Now the detailing inside is very good. I like it. It's clear. The gauges they all do work. I know that for a fact. And it's laid out. While it's not 100%, it's still not bad. So, and we'll just have a quick look behind us here. Look down and there's another passenger. So yeah, it's not bad, you know. I'm going to say a lot of good things about it, mainly because I really do enjoy flying this aircraft. So, but anyway, we'll get it started and we'll get going. So let's close these doors. Right. Now the plane is weighted up, even though you don't see it. I am weighted up with full load of fuel, cargo, and there's supposed to be a full load of passengers as well. Now this aircraft also too does have opening windows, which is fantastic. which really good, and you do get the sound changes. We've got a visor which we can pull down and move around, so we can see there, which is great. She does have a an autopilot, which is most people have come across this one, fairly simple one to use. Right, now let's just make this column disappear. Now I'll start up here. Now these days the fuel taps are on, but I've turned them off just for the sake of this one, just for this cold start. But when you normally get in these days, these two fuel taps are already on, so you don't even have to worry about them. But if they're not, you turn them both on with the arrows pointing forward, and that's both tanks will be on. Rightio. Now let's get the battery up on. Don't need external power. Rightio. Now the fuel valve is automatically on when you first start it, but we on with the fuel pump. Magnetos. Yeah, just checking and make sure our mixtures are on. Clear prop. Now hopefully I've got this one right. Excellent. That's that one. Fuel pump. Magnetos. Clear prop. Okay, it's the second one done, and we can turn off the fuel pumps now. So we don't turn off the fuel valve because otherwise that will shut it down. Right, now then let's get some lights. Rightio. Just test to make sure. Yep, that's fine. Rightio, so what we'll do now is we'll say goodbye to Kavik River Camp, and I'll taxi on the runway, and I shall see you guys there. Yeah, she's a bit rough, the ground, and with a full weight, the old thing is she's struggling to get up. But anyway, we did it. So I'll see you guys at the end of the runway when I do the turnaround as we head over to Deadhorse. Okay, we didn't have to go all the way to the end. They've got quite a long runway here. I think it's approximately 1.5 miles long, which I would say 1.5 miles, it's probably close to 3 kilometers, maybe a little bit less. So it's a fairly long runway. So, but anyway, what we'll do now is we'll just engage first. A lot of flaps. Noises are good. They're not terribly loud in this plane. There is a difference between outside and inside. If we open up the window here, you can hear the difference. That's a good view. So they've done that, they've modelled that, or brought that in quite nicely. You can hear the flaps go up and down. We don't have to worry about gear going up or anything like that, which is really good. So we'll just set some trim. Just double check the trim. Trim wheels are here somewhere. There it is there. -2. The wrong way. Typical. That should do it there. With the first lot of flaps we should be fine. Now she's quite a noisy plane inside. Like I said, she's a bit utilitarian in the way we do things, or the way it does its things, and it does bump and clatter and clank and carry on, so, and shake itself. So, but she's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful plane. You can feel that she'll probably take off pretty quick because we are loaded up. It may want to stick that nose up in the air pretty quickly, so we'll just make sure. Just rolling. There we go. There she's up. Climbing away nicely. Now one thing I didn't do is I didn't turn on the avionics, which I'll do that in a second. So get some height. Okay, flaps up. And you just heard the flaps come up then. Get some trimming happening. Beautiful. She handles very well too. As you can see, she's trimming quite nicely. Now I'm flying hands off. So yeah, as you can tell, she's doing really, really well. Right, now then. Alright, now let's get the avionics on. Okay. Now we've got the autopilot in. Well, actually, we should change this to GPS. Huh, never seen that before. It's obviously setting itself up. Now we'll do the nav. Set our altitude. 2,200. Right, yeah, and this is where you turn on your avionics, so don't do what I just did and forget to turn on your avionics, okay? So there we have it. And now we're on autopilot, and all we do now is sit back, put our feet up, relax, have a cup of coffee, or whatever takes your fancy. So what I'll do is I'll hop on outside. You can get a look at the plane on the outside. I'm not going to worry about stall tests. I can tell you that it does stall, does drop the wing, but it's nothing vicious or anything like that. And as you can see, she's on autopilot. She's just flying away really nicely. She'll sit on 140 knots thereabouts. So I'll just drop back the throttle, bring back the prop pitch. As you can tell, we've got our prop indicators, or at least the motor indicators there on that central with the green here, here. So this one here, that way there lets you know if you're overstressing the motors or not, you know. But as you can see, she's flying beautifully. So let's step outside and we shall have a look. Okay, got to make our turn onto to land. So sorry about this into the sun. I did change the way we were going to land, because it would have had us landing in the sun, into the sun, so which would not be very good for the video. But anyway, you know, we've got to take what we can. As you can see, there's a reasonable amount of view. The only thing is you've got that bar in the middle, which, you know, it's just one of those things. Now let's hope that runway comes into view very shortly. So what I'll do is I'll take some first lot of flaps. There. Second lot, the flaps. She can fly quite slowly, this one. Can land, I think a stall speed's around about 40 knots, which is pretty damn good. And as you can see, she's fairly stable. All I'm doing is just using a little bit of throttle, a little bit of yoke input. Just using the throttle to control my height at this point in time, and a little bit of trim. So I know I'm not perfectly lined up, but that's okay because I'm working my way around to it. But there's plenty of runway here at Deadhorse, so yeah, she can kite with the wind a little bit, so but she's still not too bad to land. I'm also trying to not let my yoke bash the microphone. Okay. Oh, there we go. She can hear, she bangs and carries on like an old, I don't know, an old caravan or something rather. But there you go, she's down. She's really, really great. I like this old beast, really. I love this plane. I think BlackBox have done a great job with it. Okay, graphically, it's not the best. I don't know if it was made for FSX, but you know, it's just one of those aircraft. I think, okay, she's not 100%, maybe a little bit rough around the edges, but well worth, I think, the money that you know, that you can put into it, because it's just the usability of this aircraft. So anyway, what I'll do is I won't worry about taxiing miles away at this point in time. I think I'll just pull off here off the edge of the strip. Doesn't look to be too busy. Actually, we'll just go up over here before ATC gets cranky with me, and then we'll step out of the plane, have one final look. I won't worry about final thoughts because I love this plane. Basically is, would I fly it again? Oh hell yes, I do. I fly it very regularly. Is it worth the money I paid for it? Yes, because it gives me a full-on, really just full sensual experience with Xbox, with all the rattles, the bumps, the shakes. You know, it's just a great little aircraft to just fly around, to do your little commuter runs out of little islands, or you know, through bush trips through Alaska, Canada. You know, your imagination. She's got a reasonable range. She flies very well. The autopilot works excellently. Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll just have a quick step outside and I'll sign off. Okay, my final thoughts. Well, as you guys can gather, yes, I highly recommend this aircraft. Yes, I will fly it again. Yes, I do think it's worth it. So, just go out, buy it, enjoy it. That's, of course, if you're into this style of aircraft. As for Kavik River Camp, if you're into bush trips, go out, grab it. It doesn't cause any issues with the sim. I've had it for a number of updates. So, yeah, you know, if you want to do your bush trips, do this trip from Deadhorse out to Kavik River Camp. Yeah, great. Or even from Kavik River out to down to Fairbanks. That's a regular trip. That's pretty well where Kavik gets its supplies from, is Fairbanks in Alaska. So, yes, guys, I also would like to thank every one of you who have subscribed. I have just cracked the 100 subscribers as of today as making this video. You guys honour me. Really, really am. I am really starting to get a bit emotional. Because I just never thought that I'd have 2 people interested in what I do. So, guys, thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I hope I continue on entertaining you and supplying you at least the best content that I can. Okay, but on that note, please everyone stay safe.